All right, YouTube, we're here with the AH-64 Apache Micro. I want to show you how to put the battery in. Some people have had some problems. Full disclosure, this is my second flight. I already broke the landing gear. I have a repair video going up right now. We'll see if it works. I'm sure it'll be fine. The balance plug you kind of have to tuck in upon itself. And then the actual plug-in for the battery needs to come out of the way. This brushless motor, of course, runs the main sprocket set. And so you kind of have to like work this down and under, just like that, and it falls in neatly. But then you have to keep this wire from rubbing up against the side of your main brushless motor. And the other thing is, guys, I'm not sure if you'll have the same problem, but mine was like so far out of balance when I first got it. After my first video where I was testing it and stuff, I had it so far out of balance by like over 1.5 volts, and I was lucky I got it to charge. I ran a balance charge for like 4 cycles, got it balanced, and it ran fine today. Gave me a 5-minute flight time, and then it went to low voltage warning, so it was almost right at 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look in there. It looks like I still don't have that lead out of the way, so you kind of have to work it until it kind of stays out of the way. And then this thing just goes on magnetically, and it's got a mechanical linkage set that it has to line up with. And those things go on the inside. If you don't have things right, it will work crappy. And this helicopter is beautiful. I mean, it's really pretty flying and everything. Okay, so we're free of the motor, generally speaking, so we're good enough. Run these out. Obviously, when you first plug it in, you want to let safe initiate. You'll know because it'll make like a chirp, chirp, chirp. It'll make some noises, and then you'll hear everything start grinding. And I have heading hold on. You can see the cyclic moving. Okay, it's hard to test pre-trip, so the pre-trip on a helicopter is a little different. You'll actually do it with the throttle and everything. But in this case, we're just going to take off because we're going to be losing light here pretty soon. Okay, hold is off, getting it up to speed. Okay, pausing. So basically what's going on there is my battery is touching, I think, still. Somewhere. It's tricky getting it in there, that's for sure. You can slide it forward a little bit, but it's just the sort of thing that, I mean, it's such a pretty thing, you just hate to lose a helicopter or an airplane or whatever over something minor like that. And if you get up in the air and it's buzzing like that, it's either gonna wear out the part and like literally burn it away. Okay, I'm gonna just test it in my hand. We're still hitting somewhere. I gotta figure out where it's hitting real quick here.
Do you want me to hold that?
No.
Okay.
It's no big deal. Oh, it might be the balance lead. And then this label, this little warning label, comes in handy to help pull out the battery. I try not to pull by the leads, but when they get so small like this, it's like, what are you supposed to do? So you got to push the battery down, slide it back, and then pull it out like that. I think it might be rubbing on the actual balance lead. Let's try it with the battery out. Yep. Okay, it's on the balance lead. Touch the top to slow it down if you want. And I'm going to try rotating this balance lead twice, and that's going to keep it so that it's flat. This is a crap you have to deal with when you deal with small stuff. There's always challenges, and you just have to learn to kind of suck it up, because there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Now let's test it before you get all closed up. Yep, we're free. Okay, throttle cuts back on. And what's really awesome is you waste like a ton of your flight time doing this crap. So once you get it worked out to where the batteries kind of have the leads kind of have the memory on the cable, it takes a lot less time to shut up. So I'm actually going to slide it in here like this, you see? Get a shot of that from the top. See how I slid those wires down?
Wait.
These wires are kind of squished in beside the battery. It's not overly hard, but it's certainly not as easy as I want it to be. I want it to be like drop it in and in 10 seconds and have it perfect every time, but I don't think it's going to be that way. Okay. All right, so here's nothing. I'm going to center them so we don't have to wiggle them out. All right, I got 4 minutes 54 on the timer still, technically. Beautiful sunset. Let's come down here, please.
Yep.
feel like it slides a whole lot. It's beautiful. It's really fast. I don't like it to be so fast, to be honest. And the other thing too is the twitchiness has got to do with safe. I'm gonna try to slow it down here for us. Okay. One thing I want to show you about this is that when you put it down, there'll actually be a moment where it actually pulls the helicopter down. And so you have to really resist that. Otherwise you're gonna run into the ground hard and you're gonna break your landing gear immediately. I had Horizon Hobby even told me to reinforce the landing gear, and I'm thinking, well, wouldn't that be a good thing for you guys to do? But of course they're not gonna redesign it after they realize how bad it's screwed up. So we're gonna try to get, and I'll get you guys some better flights as I learn how to do this. This isn't the last time I'm gonna fly this helicopter, unless it breaks. See what I'm talking about, guys? Okay, I switched to a different mode. Okay, so that's how you evidently turn off safe too. It's cool looking. Certainly scary to fly it right now because I'm just not that super skilled with it. You don't want to have to get that far away from yourself. It disappears behind the building pretty good. It sure looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's extremely touchy to hover, in my opinion, for having safe. But like, this you cannot do with the helicopter without safe. But in my opinion, if I can get a SEMA that costs $14 that will, you know, do all these things, then I should be able to do that with this. And to be perfectly honest, I think part of my problem is I'm just like not 100% sure of the control. I mean, I know how to fly it, but I don't exactly know like what buttons do exactly what. Like I've got it out of safe mode, I think, right now. And so it's, okay, so I'm bringing it back over. I just want to figure out how to make it so that I could neutralize the throttle and not have it fly so fast. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a landing here. Okay, so you see where my stick is, guys? Watch this landing. I'm gonna try to duplicate that. See, it pulls it down to the ground, and it's pretty cool. The wheels actually roll. So here we go, up in the air, right in front. Trying to get out of the way for the camera there. It's pretty cool. I mean, I could never do that with my old helicopter.
Nope.
However, I must say, I know how to fly now, and I didn't know how to fly when I was flying that. I'm just trying to stay away from situations that I can't undo, like running into stuff. So I'm being overly cautious today. Like hitting trees and stuff is not probably going to be super forgiving with a helicopter. Whereas with an airplane, as much as it sounds crazy, a lot of times you can walk away from those pretty easy. Okay, coming toward us. Boy, it's hard to tell. See, that's the sort of stuff. That's the sort of stuff that's hard. Throttle putt's on, or the hold is on right now. So far, my landing gear repair is holding up perfectly, though, which is pretty awesome. I actually glued music wire in there, and so now if I have a little bend, I can just bend it back, which was the whole concept there. And this popped up when I did that last crappy landing. I have 40 seconds left on the timer, so I'm kind of hoping to demonstrate what it does when we get the low voltage warning. So I'm going to try to get it back up in the air. But I want to adjust the battery. Horizon doesn't recommend a 1-out timer on this, meaning that when you go past 25% in an airplane, I start the timer and I keep it running. On this one, you know, you're going to tabulate how long you have to fly based on how much throttle you're using and consuming power therein. So what I know, and I'm going to show you this up for the end because I might be out of power here. So it holds off, so I'm going to get up to speed. Okay, so then it's going to slowly engage the throttle, and it's going to change the collective pitch. Now it's pulling up. Now it's pushing down, but it doesn't stop the prop. Now what I do is if I put it at 50% like this, and I flip it into, that's out of safe, and now I can go up or down. So I can pull it up, push it down, pull it up, push it down, pull it up, push it down. So I take it out of that mode, and it relaxes back into the neutral position. If I'm flying along and I'm uncomfortable about what it's doing, I press the panic button and it will try to self-level. But if you're in this mode, it will, if you're in full out of safe, it's not going to do anything. It'll let you go both ways, upside down, right side up. You can do all the flips, everything you want. So it's pretty cool, but for me, guys, and I can't speak for anybody else, this thing is pretty. And I want to try to get to learn, just like I did with my Sport Cub S. For, you know, I think I spent like about 130 bucks on this shipped because I talked the guy into a 10% off discount. And really pretty helicopter. I mean, and to be honest with you, that broken gear, that's nothing. And this gun moves, that's so cool. But you know what this plane really needs is, wait, this isn't a plane. You know what helicopter really needs is some flaps.
Of course.
Just kidding. Keep watching.